While talking with a group of producers and writers the other day, I said something that made me the most unpopular person in the room.
Content has no value.
As soon as my statement landed, the room went completely silent. Everyone in the audience makes their living off of content and has spent their life honing their craft to perfection. So I thought I should add,
content costs money to make, and it takes time and experience to do it well. Good content is hard to make, and great content, well, that is rare and difficult to come by. But I hate to tell you this, content in itself, bad, good, or great, has little to no value in the social and digital era. To think that content has value in and of itself is an idea that may have been true in the TV industrial era when we didn't have a lot of choice, but it's definitely not true any longer.
Now, before you start throwing tomatoes, let me explain after the jump. My name is Tara, and this is Truly Strategic. One of the best quotes I've ever heard on the subject of the value of content was by Content Marketing Institute's Joe Pulizzi on the Build a Better Agency podcast.
If you did a value of the New York Times, they don't say, oh man, New York Times has 50,000 pieces of content that they created in the last 2 years. That's value. No, it's not. You know what they're going to look at? The audience. They're going to look at the audience. That's the valuable part. And that's where I think a lot of people, when they consider content marketing, forget that the whole reason why we're doing this is to build and keep an audience.
Let me repeat that, just in case you missed it.
The value is in the audience.
Now I get it.
The content is a means to an end. And yes, quality content will attract a better audience. However, quality is in the eye of the beholder. And that beholder is the audience. And believe me when I say that when it comes to audiences, quality,
you keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Don't believe me? Let's examine the evidence.
I would like to present into evidence
YouTube. There are over 1 billion hours of video viewed on YouTube daily. It reaches more 18 to 49-year-olds than any cable network in the US. And besides the musicians, some of the top YouTube channels are PewDiePie,
I'm still alive, goddammit.
Dude Perfect, Hola, soy a German.
Hola Germán, soy tu más grande fan y te amo. Por eso
Jenna Marbles.
I want to be a toothbrush for Halloween.
And Lee Sing, aka Superwoman.
It's your girl, Superwoman.
They all have tens of millions of subscribers and their videos have been viewed billions of times. Each and every one of these YouTubers are charismatic, funny, and engaging entertainers, but most of them started out as or are still crews of one, meaning that they record themselves, then edit themselves, upload themselves, that sort of thing, complete with this YouTube jump cut style that I'm using. They also use pretty basic equipment and have budgets of, well, next to zero to produce this content.
It's not about quantity.
Well, it's not about quality.
Now, to present into evidence, exhibit number 2, Reddit. The top 5 websites according to Alexa ranking are Google, YouTube, Amazon, Facebook, and then Reddit. Reddit is one of the most engaging online social networks out there, launching 1 million memes and viral careers. But it gets ignored constantly, especially by business sorts. Why? Well, because it's not very pretty. It's full of random conversations, and they aren't selling you advertising up the wazoo. Quality? Yep. If you take the time to dive in, explore, and listen. Number of multi-million-dollar campaigns being launched there? 0.
Nope. Nada.
And for my final witness, I'd like to present exhibit number 3. Oh, and God, I hate saying this one. Donald Trump. I know, this one hurts. But guess what? The guy has got an amazing ability to grow and hold the attention of audiences with his angry, drunk uncle rants and awkward phrasing. Even his butt tweets created media headlines. It's estimated that in 2016 he received over $6 billion worth of free media due to his ability to attract and hold attention with just his tweets.
take all the attention, all of it.
Now, all of the above examples, YouTubers in their apartments DIYing their own shows, Reddit's humble forums filled with passionate users, and Donald Trump, the master of media manipulation, all have 2 things in common. Number 1, their content is simple, inexpensive, and low maintenance, like anybody can make it pretty much. And number 2, their audiences and engagement are enormous and super valuable. That being said, I do understand the value of investing in excellent content. There are plenty of examples where investing in quality content has led to the growth and engagement of fantastic audiences. The New York Times being one of them. But as Joe said, the content was a means to an end. It suits the audience. When I say content has no value, what I'm saying is that you need to focus on what does have value. Your audience. If it's expensive, high-end, multi-camera, celebrity name-filled content that your audience needs, by all means, invest in that. But in my 20 years of experience, I've never met an audience that demands that type of content specifically.
Simple man with simple goals and simple problems.
Brands often mistake expensive celebrity appearances or aesthetics for quality. They get all hung up on pedigrees and production values, skipping over the stuff that really matters. They think a tearjerker of a Hollywood-level produced ad that masquerades as a story is sufficient to get an audience to give a damn. But if you think of it, the audience is like your kids. Sure, you can try to win them with the latest Xbox or designer shoes, but what they really need in order to love you is quality time and attention. The content is worthless. The context and the connection are what counts. Invest in that.
This is all very touching.
And come to think of it, the audience itself, just attention, isn't all that valuable either. Attention in and of itself is worthless as well. I think I'm going to explore this in my next video, and I think I'll call it Attention is Worthless. If you want to see me explain what I mean by that, subscribe. My name is Tara, and this has been Truly Strategic.